Hello, listeners, and welcome back to the English with Neil Learn English podcast. How is everyone doing today? In this episode, I'm going to teach you something called a homograph. Now, homographs are very interesting. They are words that are spelled the same but have different meanings and sometimes different pronunciations. I made a video about 6 months ago about homophones. So homophones are a little different. Homophones have the same pronunciation but different meanings and different spellings. So an example of a homophone is right. So right can be R-I-G-H-T, like the direction, right. And then you also have write, like the verb to write with a pen. That's an example of a homophone. But a homograph are words that are spelled the same but have different meanings and sometimes different pronunciations. And this can be a little confusing, but I'm going to share 10 homographs in this episode, and I think you'll understand what I mean. So let's start with number 1, P-A-R-K, park. Now, this word park can describe a place where children play. Children play in the park. You can also use park to stop your vehicle, right? Like I parked my car in the parking lot. So you see this word park has the same this particular word park has the same pronunciation but has two different meanings. Okay, the second one is the word bat. Bat. B-A-T. So bat can describe an animal, the animal that flies, and we talk about bats during Halloween. But a bat is also a type of sports equipment that we use to play baseball. So bat, the animal, and bat, the sporting equipment. Now number three is very interesting. B-A-S-S. Now this word has the same spelling as the other one, but two different pronunciations and two different meanings. So let me explain. B-A-S-S. This can be pronounced as bass. Bass, like the fish, bass. I went bass fishing. Or we can pronounce this word as bass, like a bass guitar. You see, so this word is B-A-S-S. It can be pronounced as bass, the fish, or bass, the musical instrument. You see? All right. Let's go to number 4. Number 4 is the same thing. M-I-N-U-T-E. This word also has two pronunciations and two different meanings. Number 1 is minute. If something is minute, that means it is very small. Minute. So this word describes a size. But we also have minute. It's totally different, right? Minute and minute. Minute meaning time. 1 minute, 2 minute. So sometimes when you're reading these, you're like, is this pronounced minute or is it pronounced minute? Usually you can know the pronunciation by the context. Context means the surrounding words. So sometimes you just have to get used to these words, but you can usually understand them by their context. Okay. The next word, C-R-A-N-E, crane. Now this only has one pronunciation, but two different meanings. Crane. A crane can be a bird. There's a bird called a crane. And the other word crane can describe the machine used to build a house or a building, that large piece of equipment that has I think there's a ball and a hook under it. That's called a crane. So crane, the bird, and crane, the machinery. Okay, this next word, Tear. This has two pronunciations and two different meanings. So number one is tear. Tear, like a teardrop, is something that it's water that comes from your eyes when you're crying, right? You have a tear in your eye. This other pronunciation is tear. Tear means to rip something. So you tear a piece of paper. So you have tear and tear. Same spelling, different meaning, different pronunciation. Number 7 is BOW. This has one pronunciation, but two different meanings. So one is bow. Bow is something that you can shoot with, a bow and arrow. A bow is also used in archery. You can also use, the other pronunciation of this word is bow. So in Japan, when people greet each other to show respect, they bow. They lower their heads. So you have bow and bow, B-O-W. Okay, this next word is S-A-W, saw. Only has one pronunciation, saw. So one meaning of saw is a tool used to cut down a tree or to cut wood. You use a saw. Saw is also used as the past tense of see, as in I saw a movie. Okay, so saw and saw. Okay. Number 9, pen, P-E-N. This has one pronunciation, two different meanings. So one word of pen is basically like a little cage. I wouldn't say a cage, but we usually put babies in something called a playpen, which is, it's like a cage, and you put toys in there and you put babies in there so they won't move around the room and they can stay safe. That's called a pen. And the other pen, the pen we use to write with, like I wrote my name with a black pen. So pen and pen. And the last one that I want to talk about today is the word miss. M-I-S-S. You use the word miss when you're referring to a woman. Oh, Miss Johnson, Miss Harriet. So that's a title for a woman. But you can also use miss as when you overlook something, like, oh, I missed, I missed the train, or I missed my flight. Like, oh, I missed it. I made a mistake. So these are some examples of homographs. And there are many, many more. These are just 10. I just wanted to give you guys an overview of what they are. So when you see them, you know what they are. And like I said, some of these words have only one pronunciation, but some of them have two. And the only way you will know the difference is through context, the words around it, or just memorization. Some of these words, you just have to memorize them as you learn new words. So today, guys, you learned about homographs. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's lesson. Thank you again for tuning in to the English with Neil podcast. I look forward to speaking with you in the next one. Take care, everyone, and talk to you soon. Peace.